I brought all my baking recipes over, and it's high school special ed kids, and they would complain about how hard this was. When we were done, they were getting jobs at restaurants because I taught them the difference between a crescent roll and a croissant.
It's a big difference.
Wade, that's Wade right there.
Wade is the man.
Wade is the man.
Hey. So I'm told.
He's the man.
Even though he's a Cowboy fan, he's still the man.
What'd you think of the Bill Parcells' tenure?
I'm not real happy with the Tuna, but it's all right.
Well, there's a reason why he's asking you that.
No, it's not what you think.
I think
He's just met the man.
I hope Mr. Phelps will do a better job.
No, that's not the
now
reason.
Where he's at
Because I think expectations were high, and
I think he gave up too soon, but I'm sure there are mitigating factors that we don't know about. And I can only know from having cooked for Mr. Jones 25 odd times and the way he treated me.
How was that?
And I was born in Arkansas, and he treated me like shit.
Really?
He treated me like one of his employees, and I wasn't.
Jerry Jones treated you like crap?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, big surprise, right?
What do you do?
He's not the sweetest guy.
No, he's not, but we know that already.
He just, I guess after dealing with Mr. Landry, feeding Mr. Landry for 5, 6, 8 odd years, and Ross Perot.
Tom Landry was my hero.
All the other guys.
Yeah,
Tom Landry is probably one of the most decent men I've ever met.
Tom Landry, I admire him. Yeah.
He's just like Landry, behind closed doors off camera. On camera, he's trying to make a point and use his name to forward himself, and he really believes in the independent thing. I mean, who else has got, on that stature, balls big enough to fly into Iraq and get some guys out with your own money?
Yeah,
because the government won't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give him credit for that.
No, Ross Perot did
not
that.
Just because I'm from Texas, not just because I worked for him.
No, He's
a quiet, simple guy.
I went to
like
UTA.
Yeah?
Yeah. Texas Arlington. Yeah.
Good. I mean, a good friend of mine.
But you're saying Jerry Jones was an asshole?
I wouldn't go that far. I would say he didn't treat me very well.
That's
his exact phrase. He didn't treat him very well.
Seems like it.
Okay.
Perot's a really nice man, gentleman, scholar, just like Mr. Landry. I mean, quiet, smarter than you would ever want to know. I mean, who else can start a company from being a computer salesman out of your trunk of your car for IBM or Texas Instruments, then tell IBM they know what they're doing, change, they say no, go over and start your own company, EDS, get GM to finance it, then make billions of dollars, and then sell it to them to buy you out, go down the street and open the same exact company and steal all their customers.
Right.
Brilliant guy.
Yeah.
He's got capitalism 101 down. If he were smart enough to be able to sit in a university and get a degree and get a doctorate and teach, he would be the guy to run the Wharton School of Business or any other school.
Absolutely.
Capitalism 101. He could start his own, class. Man, this guy's a genius.
Well, to bring you back to about Parcells, there was a New York Times sports magazine article in late November, and I was mentioning it to Will, that unfortunately, Coach Parcells really looked like death warmed over in that picture.
He did a lot of pictures.
The cover was "What's Eating Bill Parcells," and I had said to him, you've had some interaction with the man. I think he's going to quit. And you said, I think so too. And sure enough, not even a month later, 3 some odd weeks later, he was resigning from the NFL as head coach of the Dallas Cowboys as of that day.
Well, I was surprised he did it, and I was also surprised Cowher did it. I understand more Cowher's reasons why. I think he left on better terms. I think he accomplished what he wanted to. Parcells, I think that he just, because Jones, I'm sure behind closed doors, if I got a slight taste of how he treats some of the people he relies on, like I'm not the nicest guy with my employees, but
you had a taste of it.
I was standing there in his suite, feeding his friends and family, slicing carved tenderloin.
Nice.
He assumed I was just another cook because it didn't say executive chef and my certifications, all the other. To him, I was just another hired helper. So, fine, if that's the way you treat hired people, great. But it taught me a valuable lesson then that how was that perceived by other people, the way you talked to me, and it helped me. So I thank him, to be honest. I mean, he helped me understand how you don't talk to people.
Because you saw the bad habit, I guess.
Well, or just how he treated me in front of everyone else, and I saw his wife cringe when he made a comment to me.
Wow.
She came over and apologized for him. That tells you you're out of line.
Yeah.
When your significant other is going to, apologize for your behavior. And he wasn't drunk. He wasn't under the influence. He just was rude. But again, I don't know. He could have had a bad day. I don't remember what the season was like right then. They could have been down in the standings. I don't know. I mean, he's got a lot of pressure on him, I'm sure. I don't want to take it out of context, but
How long did you live in Texas, the great state of Texas?
I was born in Arkansas like he was, and then moved there when I was like a year old.
Right.
because my dad
your
was in the
parents, I
military.
assume.
Yeah, well, my dad moved us there. Yeah, back where he grew up. And
Oh,
then-
he's a military man.
yeah, he was in the Air Force.
Oh, my dad was a military man
I'm
too.
the first guy in my family not.
Army.
First guy
And
not
me
to
too,
go.
First Cavalry.
First guy not to go into the
My father was
service.
in World War II. Honorable discharge.
I had a grandfather in World War One, two.
Your father's still alive?
My father died in 2005.
Oh, I'm sorry. to
My
hear that.
father died the same year.
Really?
July.
I had both my stepfather and my
July
dad.
what?
July
Same year,
20th.
same year,
He
same
died
year.
2 weeks before my daughter.
And my
was
mom was
father-in-law
diagnosed with
last
breast
July
cancer,
11th.
which she survived.
July,
did?
July 20th,
Good
2
for her.
weeks. 2 weeks before
She's
my
still
first
alive
daughter
now.
was born.
That's why I was calling in the car.
Oh, that's very
Yeah.
good of you.
Well, thank you.
And
I love my mom. Yeah.
he died of the same thing that Jerry Sloan's wife died of, pancreatic cancer.
Oh my God.
Undiagnosed.
Pancreatic
Undiagnosed.
cancer.
That's a killer.
When they finally caught it, he was gone 3 weeks later.
My stepbrother-in-law has that. He's still fighting. Steve Jobs survived it.
Really?
Apple CEO.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
he's got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard of it.
I think they took a lot of guts for him to do that commercial with that Apple TV lately
Yeah.
after everything he went through. I think that was kind of a strong statement to send to Wall Street. Hey, I'm here. I'm fine. We're going to the
Rock
next.
and roll,
here's
man.
the next chapter. Lock and
right,
load.
yeah.
Lock and load is our owners. today.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
You would think they're from Texas, but they're not. They don't shoot guns. But lock and load is their phrase. I don't know why.
I know. Yeah, I know. When I was at UTA, it was lock and load, lock and load, lock
My
and load.
agent is from Texas. He doesn't live there now. He lived in the city for a great number of years. Moved to
are you
Florida,
doing, Bill?
where he is now, and yet he is still completely loyal.
Should we watch the
His heart
Star
is
Trek?
always there.
Yeah.
I'm
In Texas.
working, Zenny.
I visited there several times on book tours and so forth. I love Texas.
Yeah, I've been here 10 years.
Except for one thing. And I know you're going to go through the roof, but I'll take Northeastern barbecue.